Our painting today is called Penelope.
My canvas today is an 11 by 14. Okay, so I have went ahead and drawed me out a cow. I'm going to do the best I can tell you. I am about 1.5 inches from the very bottom. So just draw us a line here. I wish I could just say, look at it, and this is how you draw it. From here to here is about 3 inches. So just draw you another marker. And then let's see, from this side to here is about 2 inches. And then from here to here is about 3 inches. So then once I have this little line, I can just kind of bring me a curve around and connect those two. Then I'm going to bring this around and connect these two. And I want it kind of rounded, so that's fine. And round it here. Actually, I can let's see. I'm going to bring this around just a little bit like that. There we go. Just round that off a little bit. And take that on. I'm going to do a lot of erasing. It's not going to matter. And then from this dot, we're just going to come up about 1.25 inches, start turning it, and then connect. Same way here, 1.25 inches, and connect. Come over about 1.25 inches, and then start turning and connect. So that we should give you that part. I just draw a little line down here that's going to give us our body. Now, from the top to here is about 3 inches, and so just put you a little line here. Don't look at my eyes because they look kind of wonky. And then if we come over, if this is halfway, if we come over to our halfway mark, we come over about 2 inches. Put us a little line. From here, come straight across. From here to there, that's going to be about 3 inches. Put you another little line. And then we're just going to kind of curve these around till they connect. Same way here, we're just going to bring this up and let it curve around till they connect. Then we're back to this dot, to that dot. We're just going to come kind of bring it in and then swerve it out. Same here. We're coming to this dot. We're coming to that dot. We're just going to bring it and kind of give it a little curve and connect. And that should be the start of your cow. Now, from this dot, I've come up about 1.25 inches. Make another dot, and I'm just kind of curling that out. And then coming up about 2 inches, and I'm just filling that, and as you see, I go up about 1.5 inches, and then I just kind of straighten it back out. That's my ear for this one. Alright, where we had this dot, I'm down just about 1/4 inch, and I just drawed me a line to come on off. So this is actually going to be the body. From that dot, I'm up 1.25 inches. Put me another dot, and I'm just bringing that, I'm curving it around and coming off the canvas. That's part of the ear. From where this ear went on to here, it's going to be about 1.75 inches. Put me another little mark. I've come out straight about 1 inch, and then I go up and come around, and well, might not look as pretty now, but that's my ears. I've got one eye bigger than the other, so I'm really not worried about it. I have a tendency to do that, so we're going to put our little dot here, and we're going to come down about 3/4 of a way. And we're going to come over. I'm not really going to give this I gave this a little point, but we're just going to bring this around. We want big eyes. So that's all we're doing, is just bringing this around, connecting these little circles. And that's that one's eye. And that's, I've got it where I had this little mark. If you come up maybe a half an inch, that's that where I started that eye. So from here to here is probably 1.25 inches. From here and here is like 3/4 of an inch. Same way here, if I want to make this just a little bit bigger. Whoops. Okay. So I'm just at the point of that ear. I'm down maybe 1/8 of an inch. I'm just going to make a marker. I'm coming over straight across about 1.25 inches. And then I'm coming down from that mark about 1/2 inch and up 1/2 inch if I bring that to the middle point. And then I'm going to give myself a little point here for this eye, and I'm going to just round these off and let these touch. Round this off and let this touch, and then I'm just going to round these off. Okay, so that gives us our basic cow. I know I've got some other little lines. I'm not really worried about them. We'll do something else for them in a little bit. So I have a neutral gray and I have white. I've got a number 5/8 angle brush that I'm going to use at this. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to mix these together. And I just want a light gray, not too dark or too light. Alright, we'll see how that does. Because my cow's going to be a little gray, so I better watch it. I'm going to just put some of this. I'm going to come in here and just start putting on. My paint. And of course I'm going to bring in that side. And we'll see if I have to come back with another coat. At this point, I want to make sure that I'm smoothing this paint out pretty smooth on this canvas. I'm just going over this to make sure I don't have any white spots underneath it. Now I'm going to add a lot of white because I want this just a light gray, and I'm going to just start coming in here, and you can see the difference in the grays. And we're just going to come down here and what I'm trying to do is just come in here and make sure I got that pencil mark covered up from the where the two grays come together. And I'm still, well, I'm just trying to leave that pencil mark there. And come back around it. Come in here and I'm going to try to get these ears. I'm just going to put down me a base coat here. have a white and I have a light pink. And I'm using just a tiny little bit of this light pink. And I'm going to use because this is a smaller area for me, I'm going to use my number 6 chisel brush. And I'm going to pick up that pink and that white, and I'm just going to start coming in here with this. And if I find that it's not dark enough, or too dark, I can add more. It's probably going to have another coat anyway. I think I'm going to come in with a little darker pink. I'm just using the regular, just pink over this. It hasn't dried completely, and it's okay because I got some lines under there. But I just like, I kind of like that pink, that darker pink. Because of course we're going to be adding some different things to it, but we got to get it where I want it. If you want to make your own pink, you can. I just happen to have this. Alright, I'm going to use my liner brush here. I'm going to try it. I'm going to pick up some of this darker gray. It's still got some white, but it's still a little darker than this here. And I'm just going to bring and a little shadowing right in here. And then I'm going to come in here like this and just bring a little shadowing. And that just kind of gives you a division. And then I'll pick up some more of that white that I have, and I'm just going to, with a little more of that gray, just to give us some shadows here. Actually, I think I'm going to pick up my chisel brush back again because I'm not feeling that too good. There we go. I'm breaking that line up, but you can still see there's some shadowing in there. And I'm picking up my darker gray and my lighter gray. Yep. My darker gray and my lighter gray again, and I'm just coming in here. I'm going to pick up my liner brush. I think this is dry. And I'm going to just pick up the darker gray on my liner brush. Actually, I'm going to wet it a little bit to see if I can make it a thinner paint. That way I can use it like an ink. I'm just trying to get it on the very tip. Okay, and so I'm just coming in here very lightly. I'm kind of flattening my brush out, my little liner brush here to get it better. That's what I'm trying to do. So my yeah, I'm just flattening it out. I'm not using it as a round one right now. I'm using it more. I probably need the chisel brush, but I just felt a little more secure wanting to use this one. And so that gives us our division here. I'm going to bring this gray right along in here to do its back. Give it that dividing line. And then I'm going to come back down here where the body, its chest is. We're really seeing a little more. I'm going to get a little more in there. So I'm going to come back in with my little chisel brush, and I'm coming in with just that, with just some gray, just to make it a little darker. And then I can pick up some of my lighter gray and just come and work this in. Same way on this side, just bringing my gray around. And pick up my lighter and come around. I'm going to grab a pencil because I need to do some nostrils. So I'm going to start if I'm from that darkest line. If I come over about 3/4 of an inch, you can come down about 1/2 inch. I'm going to start right there. And then I'm just going to try to eyeball this about right here. I'm going to start right here. Maybe over a little bit more. And I'm going to do a teardrop. That's what I'm trying to do here. So, and I'm just going to come in here about middle ways, and I'm going to come up about 3/4 of an inch. I'll put me a little marker, and I'm just going to bring this over like this, and like this, and that's just going to be my cow's mouth. Nothing fancy. What I'm going to do, I'm using my chisel brush. I'm going to come back in here and put some, make it a little dirtier. And just come in and just make, I'm going to come around here a little bit. So we're just bringing in a little more gray, a little more shadows. Highlights, whatever you want. Here, you can bring in some highlights. We can bring in a little more white if we want to. And then I'm just going to pick up some of my gray, dirty gray. I'm just going to come around. I'm just coming in here with a little bit of white. I'm just putting some colors down now, giving our cow some shade, shadows and stuff in there. And I'm just picking up, I've got dark gray, I've got my neutral gray, white, I've got a darker gray with white, and then I've got a light gray with white. So whatever you want to do. I'm going to come in here at this point and I'm going to add some black to my, and I'm going to use my small chisel brush, and I'm going to pick up the black, and I'm going to paint my eyeballs, where I had it on white. I'm going to fill that in with black if I can. I may have to go with a smaller brush, I don't know. But we're going to put some highlights on there. Let that dry, and then we're going to do some more to that. And I'm going to turn this sideways so I can get to this eye a little better. Alright, so at this point I'm going to use my chisel brush here, and I'm going to come to my line here. Well, actually I'm going to come in here. I'm going to fill in this part first. So if I want to come out just a little, come in a little bit and then come out. Just make that smaller. And then I'll make this a little bit bigger here. And come out. Like I said, they don't have to be identical. There's nothing on us identical. So why should a painting be identical? Let's get this here. But there we go. So now we have our nostrils, and I'm going to use my chisel, and I'm just going to come right down here. Just come across with my dirty brush, and I'm just going to come right above it just to make it a little dirtier looking, and then I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to pick up some of that gray and give that some, let's pick up some white because it's getting too dirty. Wash this off, just some white, and come right up in here. Okay. Pull this down a little bit. And I think I got too much. So what I'll probably do is come back with some pink when that dries some. That's okay. Alright, I'm going to come around with some gray. Just some gray. It's always easier to do one side than it is the other side for some reason. I don't know why. Now I'm going to wipe my brush off, and I'm going to come into here and just put some little because, you know, a cow is not going to be clean looking. Just gonna pick up some of my gray and white here. It looks awful right now. It does. I'm not through. I just didn't do what I should have done. I picked up a little black with this in here. Oops. Now we'll melt them on. We'll fix that. Okay, a little more black in here. I'm going to grab a little bit more of my gray and my pink, and I'm going to see what I can do in here. I think I got the paintbrush too. Yeah, I just got some pink and gray going on right here. Because I don't want the pink so bright. I'm just wiping off my I'm going to pick up some white, that lighter gray. Just pick up some pink. Let's see, we're just getting it now. We're getting our colors we need. Picking up some of that pink and just rubbing it in here. Make him look not so pretty. They eat grass. So they're not going to be so pretty. Alright, I'm going to grab some of this pink and come around in here. Because I want to get rid of some of this, that color. I just don't like that darker gray. Let's put some of this white on here. Try to start getting at some lighter color. I like that better. It's starting to get some life about it. We can actually bring some of this white in here and start, just dab a little bit right in here, and then I'm going to dab a little bit right in here, and then of course we can dab a little bit right in here, and then just some in here. I may come back in with just some black and do some highlighting. Use my chisel brush and just come back in with just some of this black and just come around. And I might even come over this darker here. Yeah, I like that. It gives me a division there other than just the darker gray. Yeah, that makes it pop better than that. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. Is just I'm going to come around the nose. And I may take a little bit of this and just come right in here. Yeah. See, you just work with it until you decide, is this what I want or is this not what I want? And I get, when it comes to black, I get a little scared that I'm going to overdo, like I did right there, and then even though I overdid it, when I came back, I'm just going to put a little bit in here. when I came back with different things, it just helped it out so much more. And I'm not through there yet, so. All right, let's just come around. I'm trying to do this oh so lightly with this brush. I don't really want it to look like straight lines, but I don't want it to look too weird either. Okay, so we're going to bring this one down. A little bit of our black in here. I'm just touching a little bit in spots. I was just giving it a little highlight here and there. Alright, I'm going to come on around the ear here. So we're going to use gray, black, the dark gray, the medium gray, and the light gray that I made, and do a lot of shadowing here to put our cow's body on him. We may even add a little white to this. At this point, we're going to move over to their ear and start shading with our colors as well. And also we're going to mix some pink with this because we're doing the inside of the ear. I'm picking up white here and putting some highlights around the nostrils. And here I'm putting some highlights with the white on the cow's nose. Here I'm bringing in some black, gray, and white to put in some more shadows. So we're picking up gray and pink again, light pink, to do the other ear. With a small chisel brush, I'm picking up some white and just brushing in some little furs to make it look like there's fur around the ear. So I changed my mind about the chisel brush and decided to use the liner brush so that I could make it look more like fur. At this point, I'm picking up some light pink to help blend in with the white to make the fur. I'm picking up a number 6 bristle brush to help bring in some more of that fur around the ears. I'm using a 10/0 liner brush. I've got some black. I'll probably be using maybe some white and some gray and just put in some eyelashes. I picked up the chisel brush so I could do some more shadowing on the face with the white and black and gray. Okay, so I've let my painting sit for a few days to see how I like it, and I think I'm going to bring in a little more of my white and just bring a little more in here. I'm going to be using my chrome oxide green and light olive green and white. Alright, so I have my 10/0 liner brush. I'm going to pick up my dark green and I'm just going to start coming in and right around the ear, just bring in some foliage. I'm picking up some light green with this, so I'm getting different colors in here with my vines. And I'm gonna use this one, and I've got both colors on here, and I'm just gonna put me a couple little leaves in. Right now I'm just kind of filling it in. I want to bring it down. I'm washing my brush, and I'm going to pick up some of this white and maybe some of my, let's just put some white on here, see what it does first. I'm just putting some little dabs. And it's kind of blending in with the green. That's perfectly fine. I'm just kind of making these sort of like a teardrop. And I'm just going to bring in a little bit of my white and just bring in a little, some little highlights on the leaves. And my vines. My 5/8 angle brush, and I'm going to pick up some of the green and the two greens, and I've just kind of, what I've done is on my heel of my brush I've picked up that dark green, on the toe I've picked up the light, and I'm just kind of blend them in together. And so we're just going to come in and start laying some leaves and vines down. I'm going to be using my little liner brush too, so I'm going to have both of them in my hand because I want this to be a little more smooth in here. I'm just going to curve that around. And I'm just playing with both of the greens. So you can see I'm keeping both brushes in my hand. Let's bring this up here. Put some leaves here. Picking up some of with my liner brush now, and I'm going to just bring in some little swirls. We can always do some leaves here. I think I'm just going to pick up my liner brush right at this point. And like I said, both kinds of paint is on my brush. And I'm just doing some little leaves and different things. And this is just the gray is our base coat, and this is one layer, and this is our next layer. So that's what we're doing, is just adding layers now. I'm just bringing in some yellow to do some highlighting in here. We just have some different colored leaves. And we're probably going to bring in some white too, just to make it different with our greens, so we can have different colors. So I'm using my white, chrome oxide green, light olive green, and now I have deep yellow medium to go with this. So we got all these different colors going on, and if we need to bring in some more leaves somewhere, we can do that. I'm just trying to get in as much as I can because I'm coming in with flowers. I didn't show you this one. I forgot to get the video on. I just did a vine here. Alright, I've got a little light magenta that I'm going to pick up with some of this darker green. And I'm going to come over here and do me some more leaves. And this is just going to have a little pink with it going on. If it's too much, we'll come back over. Let's grab some of our yellow with our light green. I still think I'm going to come back in with the darker green here. I'm going to pick up a little of that magenta and stick in there. Just have a little something different there. And I'm going to just pick up just the green and come over it. I'm going to just wipe my brush off is what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to pick up my green and just come in and start. I'm just taking my dark green and my olive green, and I'm just making some different colors going in here. And then I'm going to bring in some white and just start putting some, dabbing some little of my little flowers on. And this just takes time. This is where you can just get lost in it because it does take, like I said, it does take time to get this all the screen on and where you want it to go. And I'm just going to grab some of my lime green and I'm going to just start tapping in some little, actually I think I'm going to grab my dark green. Just putting some kind of little dots on my leaf. Make it have it look like little seeds or something on it. I'm using my Oxide purple and my regular purple for this. So I'm going to use that with some white, and I may have to get some fresh white. But I'm just going to bring the purple in first and just kind of figure out where I might want to start putting in some purple. And I'm just tapping. I'm just putting down a base, is what I'm doing. I'm just going to, a dirty brush, I'm just going to pick up my purple, and I'm just going to tap some in. I don't want it everywhere, and that's fine. And then I'm just going to grab some white, and I'm going to start tapping some of that in. Actually, I'm going to grab a little bit of that gray, I think, and see how that looks. Yeah, I just picked up the light gray that I made, and I like that. I'm going to come along in here, and I'm going to wipe my brush off, and I'm going to pick up, and you can put these anywhere you want to. I'm going to put some right in here. I'm going to let this dry a little bit before I come back in with my white, because it's just not getting enough of it in there, so that's okay with me. I'm going to make me a flower right in here with the purple, and I'm just going to come around and make a circle, and it doesn't have to be a perfect little circle, it can just be a little circle. Alright, and then at that point I'm going to pick up my light purple, and I'm just going to come in and just start putting some rough edges around. Whoops, it's getting crazy here. That's okay. Just making my little flower there. I think I'll put another one up here, so I'm just going to pick up my purple. It is just a crazy little flower shape. It doesn't have to have any I think I got a little too much of my light purple in there, so I'm just going to bring in a little bit darker purple. Alright, I'm going to pick up my light gray. It might be too thick. It might be why it's not and I'm just going to tap some of that on my other things now, so they can try to blend in a little bit. Just not letting my light purple, gray is not going to waste. Just kind of looks white looking on here, so let's And then I'm going to just bring in just some little make some of this a little lighter, be fine. I'll wipe my brush off because I got too much paint on it. I'm just bringing in my dark magenta. And I think I may have to use some white for a base coat first. And I'm going to use my little chisel brush here, my number 6 chisel brush. And I'm just going to pick up the white and I'm going to just come around here. This is perfectly fine. I want a big flower, so I'm going to make this a really big flower. And as you see, it's got some purple in it. That's okay, because I'm going to let that dry. So pick up some magenta and just come in here. I'm just kind of waving it out, as you can see. Got to let that purple dry. Okay, so there's the start of my rose. I think I may come in here with some of this purple though. I'm going to use my chisel brush and I'm just going to come in and put in a little something there. Grab my gray and just start chiseling a little bit of that in. And I'm just coming around, just laying a few little of the purples, the gray, little light things in here. Yep, I like that. So we can use different colors to do this too. We're just tapping flowers in, y'all. That's all I'm doing, is just tapping flowers. I'm going to use my chisel brush. I'm coming back in here with my darker magenta, and I'm just going to do a little bit around my edges with it. We're going to use some of the light magenta and some white with this and just get us some different. Let's use some light magenta in here. I got some green in it, I'm sorry. And we'll bring in some more dark magenta. Water from somewhere. We'll grab some white and we'll do some white in here. And our rose will just be different colors. So let's come back around here, put some more dark magenta. I'm just tapping it. That's all I'm doing, is just tapping it. And it's just making different colors. I think I might bring a little bit of this darker magenta and just tap a little bit of something in here, just to make it look like a little. We'll give it a little something right there for Daisy. I don't know her name. I've done got her Bessie and Daisy and kinds of things. Alright, so I'm going to grab a little bit of the light magenta and a white. Actually, I think I may just tap some. There we go. We're getting some. I've got all three of the magentas on my brush, and I just put in a little flower. That's how easy it was. Just a little bit of light, dark, and white magenta. And let's see, we could put another one. Let's put another one right in here. And this one's got more white in it. That's okay. Just trying to make sure it has some. Let's get a little darker magenta. Put a little bit of that in here. Okay. I'm going to use this chisel brush. It's come in handy. And I'm going to put in some more green. I'm going to grab some dark green and some green, olive green. And I'm just going to come in and start putting in a few leaves here and there. It's okay because we can put more flowers over them. What I'm doing is just kind of tapping in some green so that, and I know we're coming around with more flowers, but if I don't have enough flowers, I want some coverage. And I'm just, you can see I got some of the little red in there. That's okay. I think I would like a little bit of baby breaths in there. So I am going to grab one of my seafoam sponges here, and I'm just going to tap a little bit of white. And then I'm just going to come in a couple spots and put some baby breaths. I have a tendency to go crazy, so I'm not going to try to do that. That little white there just to help pop it a little bit. And I may end up coming in here and doing some more because just trying to fill in some spots. But right now, let's go a little bit right in here. Okay. Just gives it a little something. And then we'll bring a little bit right in here. I'm just doing a few, and this is where I say I go crazy. I'm done. My little liner brush is going to pick up just some white, and I'm just going to come around and just try to wiggle some lines in here. And that's just to make my rose, try to bring my rose a little more life. And I'm having to pick up a good bit of paint to try to get these little lines in here. And it's actually picking up some of the other colors underneath, so that's fine too. I don't really want it to go straight. I want it zigzaggy, come on. And I don't want it a solid. I want to break it up and just get me some. See, and we can do some little highlights around the edges. And they don't have to be perfect either. And it's just giving us some zigzaggies and some different. It's not the whole. I'm not going all the way. I'm breaking it up some. So there's our rose. Okay. I am at this point going to let this dry. Okay, so I've got my chisel brush and I'm using my dark magenta, my light magenta, and a little bit of white. And I'm looking at this, I'm gonna tap a little bit more of something in here because it just looks like it needs a little something to me. I've got some light pink and some white, and I'm going to pick up both of them, and I'm going to try to make a flower right in here. Let's see, I'm just going to, I might need a little more white to get that down. I'm just pulling some little petals. Just white and start coming over it and just trying to alright, I've got a purple one here, but I think I'm going to come right here and do another one. That one is a little different flower, that's okay. We can always come back and do something else to that one. And then I think I'm going to put another one right in there, but I'm just going to pick up white. I have the pink on my brush, but I'm going to just pick up white. And I think what we'll do is come in here and just I'm using the side of my chisel brush. Right, I want a bigger flower here. So I am actually just putting down the pink. I'm going to take this pink and I'm just going to come in and make some little other little flowers. Something like some just some little dots there. And I made them a little bit bigger, and that's okay. If I need to make them bigger, I can do that. And we can always bring some more color in there to do something with them. It just gives us a different perspective on I'm going to put some in here. And I think I'm going to just put me some little petals in here of flowers. Just something, a little color there. And I'm going to come right in here, and I think I'm going to put another flower. I've just got pink. You can put flowers anywhere on here you want to. And I'm going to pick up white, and I'm going to come right in here and do me another one. I'm doing this one sideways. I have lots of paint on my paintbrush, and it's white and pink. Just dab some pink or white on this one. And if I need to, I'll come back in there. If it needs to dry a little bit more, put some more on there. I'm thinking I'm going to pick up just the pink and come in here and make some more of these little flowers because I like them. And they're going over the purple, so that's perfectly fine. And then we'll just like that. And if I see spots that I want to fill in, I can just bring some different colors of the greens or the yellows or whatever, just to fill it in. I'm going to go back to my liner brush, and I'm going to pick up white, and I'm going to come to these little purple flowers, and I'm going to just put them a little dot in the center, and then I'm just kind of go around them like there would be little roses. There we go. same here. I'm just going to get a little dot, and then I'm just going to kind of go around. Alright, so this has got to dry so I know where I'm going next. Pick up just a pink, and I'm going to go around that white a little darker pink, because I want that pink to really pop. I'm going to use this liner brush here, and I'm going to come in here and put me some more. I have to get some more white. I'm trying to put some more, just some white down inside the pink that I have down. My strokes down to where the center will be. Actually, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab a little bit of that light magenta and just see. Yeah, I like that. I'm just putting a little different color in there. Coming back with a pink. I'm just bringing it down. And I've got some of that magenta in it, the light magenta, on my brush. And then I can pick up a little bit more if I need to. My small chisel brush, and I'm going to just pick up some white, and then I'm going to come bring it down. I'm going to grab my little liner brush. I've got some medium yellow and some white that I want to mix together. I want to make a pale yellow, so I'm just mixing medium yellow and white together with my little liner brush. And I'm going to come in and I'm just going to start putting some yellow centers in. You can make it round, you can make it whatever you want to. I just tapping it in, that's all I'm doing. Come right here. And then we're going to come here. I like for it to be kind of, when I'm tapping it, it's not smooth. So you got a lot of texture there with that. I'm going to wash my little liner brush, and I'm going to use my liner brush. I'm coming in here with just some white. And I'm going to put me a few little dots, just some dots. 3, you can put 4, you can put whatever you want. I just like having a little bit of this. Almost looking like some little flowers. You can almost do in a circle like some little flowers. This is really dark. I'm just not liking it as good. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm picking up some white and some light olive green, and I'm just going to come in and do a little something there. I might pick up the olive green and the dark green together and just see what I can get going on here. I know you want the leaves different, but sometimes some colors just is not that pretty. Let's see, I'm grabbing some. There we go. Just putting a little something in there. So what I'm going to do is just come in here where this yellow is and pull this up a little bit. I'm going to go with black. I put water on my brush and I got a little black here. And I'm going to come right down here and I'm going to sign my name.
So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you pick up a paintbrush and get a painting and enjoy it and love it as much as I do. Yeah, take care and God bless.